Last year we got the amazing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, showing us an amazing movie adaptation of the Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog storylines. The characters were amazingly portrayed, and it finally felt like the series had reached this high point. But where can you go from here? When you reach the top of the mountain, what else is there to climb? And well, we got a little bit of a taste for that in the end credit scene of Sonic 3, when we got to see Amy and Metal Sonic both be involved in the next one. But after watching the scene, plus the second post-credit scene revealing that Shadow is indeed alive, it got me thinking, what is gonna happen in Sonic 4? A while ago I predicted that it's either gonna be Metal Sonic or Silver, and well, we got one of them confirmed. However, I don't think Silver is completely out of the question. In fact, I think Silver might actually make an appearance in this movie. And speaking of Silver, we got our boy Silver Kid out here for the collab.
Hey guys, Silver here, and today I'm helping 129 out in predicting what could happen in Sonic Movie 4.
Thanks for joining.
For our very first prediction of how the events of Sonic Movie 4 will play out, I believe that Silver the Hedgehog will play a role in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Let me explain. First of all, with the leaked concept art as well as leaked alternate storyboards for Sonic Movie 3, it's pretty much clear that Sonic Movie 3 was originally meant to have elements of time travel, which is a concept that will most likely be repurposed for Sonic Movie 4.
Stuff from the concept art includes this giant ball of cars, which reminds me a lot of Silver's boss fight in Sonic Generations, where he grabs a bunch of cars, rolls them in a ball, and throws them at Sonic. And this one right here shows the Earth actually being blown up, which feeds into the time travel theory, as early in production there were some leaked storyboards for Sonic 3, showing that the final battle would include time travel. And of course the most important one, this one right here that just straight up has Metal Sonic on it. He's right here chilling right next to Dr. Eggman being the Emperor. I can definitely see the Back to the Future 2 influence, with this possibly being a bad future, or perhaps even an alternate timeline, who knows.
And what Sonic character has a connection to time travel? Well, Silver, of course. And with this movie universe already acknowledging Iblis from Sonic 06,
it'd be kinda weird for Silver not to be in the movies.
Now you might argue that Silver should be saved for Sonic Movie 5, however I disagree for the fact that with recent reports as well as Sonic Movie 3 most likely being the peak for the Sonic movies box office wise, I think it's pretty possible that Sonic 4 will be the last live action Sonic movie, and because of that, Paramount might just want to go all out on this one by giving us Amy, Metal Sonic, and Silver in this movie.
A theory I have that ties in with the post-credit scene, you know how Sonic apparently went so fast he ended up in New York? Well, maybe he went so fast that he broke the speed of time and space, kinda like the Flash did in Flashpoint, where he ran so fast he was able to time travel. It was also done in the Flash movie, which I don't know if anyone watched, but I kinda like that movie low-key. That might be a hot take right there. But yeah, in that movie the Flash goes so fast he travels back in time. I can see Sonic probably doing that but going forward, and ending up in the bad timeline where Robotnik is the Emperor and Metal Sonic is just chilling there. How is he chilling there?
Now, as for what I believe will be Silver's role in this movie, I believe he will be from a dystopian future ruled by an army of Metal Sonics, and a big change to Amy's character from the games is that she will be from the future too, and will act as Silver's companion, similar to how Blaze was in Sonic 06. This is due to the fact that in the post-credit scene, we see Amy in a very interesting hoodie, which is different from Amy's other designs in the past, and it gives off heavy post-apocalyptic vibes. Let's also not forget the several Metal Sonics in this post-credit scene, implying that there's a whole army of them, which would most likely mean they would have taken over the world of their timeline.
And who would the main boss behind all the Metal Sonics be? Well, none other than Neo Metal Sonic, or perhaps even Eggman. I'm not saying that. You know, just because the Robotnik we know is dead, doesn't mean Jim Carrey can't play a different Eggman. Hell, he already did it in the last one with Gerald, and this one right here is kinda perfect. You could say he's related to Eggman just from the future, or you could say he's from a different timeline much like in the games. Either way though, it'd be really cool to see him in a role that isn't the Robotnik from the first 3 movies, as 1, he already died, and 2, his character development is complete, because his character arc was completed by the end of Sonic 3. He already turned good, why would he turn bad? That would just be kinda stupid, and also, how would he survive? Some people say Shadow would just grab him from the arc before it explodes, but doesn't that just add less impact to his sacrifice? And I mean, at the end of the day, you're still gonna get Dr. Eggman, so I would rather him play a different version of Eggman instead of the one we already know. If that's not the case and this Eggman survived and he becomes evil again, that would just really suck, as 1, it's just very repetitive in writing, and 2, Sonic 3 would be less rewatchable by that point, because one of the highlights of that movie is the sacrifice that Dr. Robotnik makes, turning himself into a hero and redeeming his character. Why would you destroy that character development just to have him back? Just make a different version of Eggman, maybe not call him that, and you're good to go. So yeah, basically the rundown for our version of Sonic 4 is Sonic goes so fast that he travels through time and joins the Resistance with Amy and Silver, trying to stop the army of Metal Sonics who are being led by Neo Metal, alongside the new version of Eggman. What about Knuckles and Tails? Well, I think they're gonna be having a subplot trying to find Sonic. Possibly Sonic or Silver goes back in time and gets them before the final act, where we could have the whole team them reunite and fight Neo Metal. Maybe have Tails and Knuckles turn into the little bubbles from Sonic Heroes, that'd be kinda cute. A really cool idea I have for a battle would be all the versions of Metal Sonic we know from the games. You know, like Mega Sonic, Silver Sonic, Metal Sonic 3.0, all that stuff. Maybe we have like a giant fight with all of them. I guess the main characters, that'd be really cool. And as for Shadow, he's definitely gonna have some sort of subplot, probably being paired up with Agent Stone, as their dynamic in Sonic 3 was really fun. And Agent Stone is a fan favorite character from the movies, who unfortunately doesn't really have much to do as his character arc got completed in Sonic 3. So it'd be nice to see them paired up. Maybe having them investigate Gun, having Shadow find out secrets of his past involving Black Doom and all that stuff. They could even set up stuff for a Shadow TV series, or even a Shadow spin-off movie. After all, even though most reports say Sonic 4 will be the last Sonic movie, they did say that they would still continue to make spin-offs, and that includes spin-off movies. And I'm pretty sure Shadow is a popular enough character to have his own movie, so possibly for the post-credit scene of Sonic 4, we're probably gonna get some hints on Team Dark setting up the Shadow spin-off show or movie. But yeah, that's basically what I think Sonic 4 will be like. Take it over, Silver.
Another project Paramount can do in the Sonic movie universe is a second season of the Knuckles show, and despite this show being hated by fans, it did get good critic scores and it was one of the most watched shows on Paramount Plus. So a second season could happen, and I'd honestly be excited for it. Even though Knuckles was barely in his own show, I still really love the humor in the Knuckles show. And I think Wade is a hilarious character. I think they should just focus on having both Knuckles and Wade share the same screen time, rather than just having multiple scenes where it's just Wade and Knuckles is nowhere to be found. I personally think a great setup for a season 2 of the Knuckles show would be to have Knuckles and Wade team up to try to get back the Master Emerald after Director Rockwell and Rouge the Bat steal it from them. I think having these two opposite teams from one another would give us great action from Knuckles and Rouge, as well as great comedy from Wade and Rockwell. Furthermore, Rouge and Rockwell could be a similar team up to Rouge and Agent Topaz from Sonic X.
Yeah, look, I feel like Rockwell has something to do in the future in the series, cause for right now it feels like they introduced her for no reason in Sonic 3. It'd be nice to see her play a future role though. Plus, having Rouge show up here probably means Shadow spin-off, and having Team Dark confront Team Sonic in some way, shape, or form would be enough for me.
Another topic I want to discuss is a possible game that Sega could make to tie in with Sonic Movie 4, cause after the success of Sonic X Shadow Generations, Sega will most likely continue to capitalize on the hype of upcoming movies with another game release. And being that Metal Sonic will be the main villain in Sonic 4, this would be a great opportunity to remaster or remake Sonic Heroes. And I think something they could do with this Heroes remake is include a prequel story where you play as Neo Metal Sonic, and because of his unique copy abilities, it'd be really cool if Metal Sonic by himself can use all three abilities, speed, power, and flight. This prequel story can also be an explanation for how Neo Metal is created and how he ends up betraying Eggman and pretending to be him before the start of Sonic Heroes.
An Amy solo game would also be pretty cool. Just an idea though, I don't really know how they would actually do that. It'd be pretty cool to see though.
Thanks so much for having me, man, and make sure to check out my Sonic channel for reviews, discussion videos, and collection videos on my favorite Sonic and Sega games.
And if you don't, Shadow the Hedgehog is actually gonna come find you.
I also have a music channel. My artist name is Silver the Psycho.
Everyone watching this video right now, go listen to his music. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, everything.
And I have an upcoming EP called Every Song Is About You, releasing in a couple of days from now, so be sure to check it out.
It's a pleasure to have Sober Kid on the video for the collab. Go check out his channel, his music, and of course subscribe to my channel as well if you enjoyed the content. I make new videos every week, and if you made it this far into the video, comment down below. I'm better than you because I made it to the end of the video.